next time, show up to D&D on time.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, wow, what the fuck?
Why did you come to D&D?
Literally show up on time.
Show up on time or not at all.
Just
And you
fake
didn't
your
even-
fucking death at this point.
Didn't even bring any food with you. I mean,
You
you show
have
up
to
late, you
bring
bring food.
Or at least soda or something. Whatever.
Yeah, jeez.
The motherfucker, it better be gluten-free.
My mic wasn't on.
Better be.
Okay, my
like-
mic wasn't on for that part of the recording, so we just heard. All it was recording was you guys fucking just going at it out of nowhere.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want.
Which is actually better, yeah.
Alright, yeah.
It's
finally.
really funny.
Finally, this recording can be funny.
God.
So as
Now
you
that you're
guys
muted,
settle-
I'm just kidding.
now that you've settled in and you've cooked the amazing game, you got 9 temporary rations. So, there are 5 of us right now, right?
Mhm.
And 2 are being consumed by Relic, so that's 6 rations. Do you guys just want to dig into the temporary rations immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that drops it down to 3, and let me roll how long they're gonna last. 1 day.
Ooh, tomorrow.
So tomorrow they expire. You made something great, but you used milk, and now you kind of have to eat it quickly. What
Where
can you make
did he get
milk?
this milk from?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Delightful meal. Thank you, Bauhaus and Relic.
You're welcome.
No problem.
I'm so full. I really could just. And he stretches up backwards and falls onto his back.
Oh,
Oh my god.
there he goes.
Oh my god, he can fall asleep instantly.
Oh my god. Oswald can fall asleep instantly. I wish I could fall asleep
Can
instantly.
someone, like, help adjust his neck so he's not snoring? Because that's gonna be...
Got it.
I just turn it to the side.
Yeah.
Okay, try the other way, maybe?
Such
Yeah,
as
yeah,
if you
either
were
way.
putting in, such as if you were putting an infant to sleep and didn't want it to suffocate. That is how
Yeah.
Adwin would
Yeah.
adjust his neck.
Yeah, you do it. I don't know.
Try, maybe like a little to the left?
All right. Got it.
Nailed
Got
it.
it. Got it.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Perfect.
It's,
Perfect.
it's like you're
Good.
trying to, you have like a broken phone charger, and you're,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you're putting
you
it
have
in
to
various
put your buttons don't work.
positions, and you like, you got it, and then it goes, meep. Meep, meep. And then
I'm
he's
going.
quiet.
I like to think Oswald's neck is a broken phone charger.
That is all I will think of it as now.
Because it's how it brings electricity to the brain.
Exactly.
Inconsistently.
So the fire kind of sputters out. It wasn't a very strong fire. It was enough to cook the food, and now it's kind of done. As things sort of dim out to this moderately lit room. It's kind of like it's...
I have lights. Pew, 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 pew. Actually, it's my Elder Cross. It starts glowing for everybody.
Nice.
It's a night light. I can even put a cloth to dim it if we ever need.
fills the room with an... What color is it?
You know, I think I'll just do a nice white right now. We need a sunset type light. I'll make it look like a sunset.
Orange.
Yeah, like orangish.
And my crown is right surrounding it, right? So it's also just
Oh,
shiny.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you kind of get this brilliant orange glow dimly lighting the room with the red
there-
from the outside pouring in this sort of like almost oil-like texture as it mixes with this orange and rainbow color, and you all begin to settle in for the night or
Can I
whatever time it is.
cast a spell?
Yeah, go for it.
I wanna cast Beast Sense, and I wanna talk to my dog.
Okay.
I want to say
He's kind of like directly outside the cell. He can't quite fit in with you.
You can put his
Yeah.
head in the door, though.
He's a guard dog. Yeah, he just sort of like flumps just his head in through the cell door.
I sit by his head and I pet him and I'm gonna ask him a question. I'm gonna like, I
Bark.
think it's telepathic. Yeah.
It's not.
So I'm gonna be like, how far can you smell creatures from?
I can smell dogs from. If I really try, maybe 20 to 30 dogs away.
30 to 30.
It depends on what kind of dog are we talking about.
Me.
There's I don't know if that'll be enough. Well, do you remember when we were in the mountains and there were those big, like, scaly dogs with wings?
Correct. Big dog.
Just keep a sniff out for one of those, cause I
Keep a nostril out.
keep a nostril out.
Well, I think
I'm
it's a bit
worried.
difficult down here. You see, everything smells like dead dog.
I guess that's true.
It's strong, potent.
Well, this one, at least for now, is alive, if that helps.
Maybe. Are we hunting?
I don't know.
Bark.
I'll tell you later.
He kind of like leans forward towards your hand.
Pet him.
You pet him, and then he like moves his head up to like rotate your hand in front of his face, and then he reaches forward and just very gently bites it.
Oh.
You got me.
Dead.
Aww.
Dead
Dead
now.
now. You win.
Aw.
Let your guard down. Don't fuck around.
I did. Next time I'll be more careful.
Sleep now. Flumps his entire head down. Me me
Good
me
night,
me.
buddy.
Me 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 bark. me 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 bark.
Pet his little
And like
head.
his feet start twitching because he's having a run dream.
Oh.
Fucking tail slapping the ground.
Every now and then there's just like a sound from outside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some of the, like, straws that were used to construct the cot and make a little bed for Rodent.
Rat.
I forgot that was his voice.
He gets all
Elevator.
cozy.
A bed has been constructed for me, befitting a god.
Oh god. I
love it.
forgot. How did I forget?
Peasantry.
Tell your rat to shut up.
He shouldn't be talking. I don't know how you can hear him.
You can just tell.
Residual beast
What are
sense.
you talking about?
Residual beast sense is my favorite.
Hey Alex, I'm gonna send you something. You should block me about it. Anyways.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Anyways.
You're gonna die in 7 days.
Make it 3, and then we got a deal.
It can be now.
Ooh. You call off work. Wait,
Pussy!
I didn't lock my door. I think you're just bad at opening it.
I thought that's what that noise was.
Oh.
I'm not gonna walk all the way over there if I think the door's locked.
Okay.
You're not worth it.
Oh, wow. So you guys eventually wake up at whatever feels appropriate. Relic, you can tell that you've all overslept a bit.
Oh, wait. Can I do something in the night?
It's
Yeah,
9:15.
I'm gonna try to search Adwin, because I've searched everybody else.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Search Adwin.
Wait, does Selena get any advantages on shit because she's guarding Adwin?
That was my flavored sex.
Sure. So, like, on your perception check, basically.
Okay, roll stealth.
Yeah. So it's a contested roll, perception
16.
versus stealth.
There we go. Me remembering how to navigate roll 20. Fuck.
Okay, and then I'm
Well,
gonna
wait,
make a.
It would be Adwin's perception because Adwin's the one being searched, right?
Oh. So Sarah.
I don't have good perception either, y'all.
Well, what's your passive?
My passive perception is 10.
Okay, yeah, then I'll
Well,
just.
mine is 8, so you're doing better than me.
Since okay, so here's how I'm determining. Since Selena's helping, you're just gonna roll flat perception without advantage because normally it would just be your passive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Damn it.
So, Meek, you're rolling up and you kind of like are feeling around on Adwin very carefully, and suddenly Adwin just sort of like reaches up, and it scares the shit out of you for a second, but then she just puts one hand at the back of your head and just pulls you in towards her chest, and you are now trapped in a motherly embrace.
Okay, Meek does
And at
get
first
quite
you begin
cozy
to
and fall
struggle,
asleep.
and then a terrible feeling overcomes you as you begin to get comfortable.
Yeah, I get super cozy and then I fall asleep.
Aww.
I know exactly what would happen.
It's worse than being caught. You've been caught.
Fuck, shit, damn it, my one
Worse than
weakness.
caught, you're coddled.
And Meek is like embarrassed about it when she wakes up in the morning.
Got it over here.
Adwin, you wake up with a child in your arms. Gain a token of inspiration. Your feature, mother. Every time you wake up with somebody coddled.
That's funny.
make this up.
What is this, monster seeking monster?
I will make this up. Selena gets a no, not Selena. Adwin gets a point of inspiration for that. Just because I think
Right.
Flavorfully, Adwin would feel better her entire day.
She'd be like, oh,
That is,
All right.
It's true, she was.
that's so funny.
Meek's face is normally just like a pale fog. She's visibly flushed, like well rested and annoyed about it.
This is exactly
Me?
what happened when I got my Spamton plushie.
I'm so glad.
Meek, what are you doing here?
It's just fucking nothing.
Did you have a bad dream?
No.
Well, now Adwin doesn't believe her. It's like, okay, sure.
Whatever.
I'm sure your dreams were nothing but gumdrops.
I don't know, sounds like you had a bad dream.
Who has dreams?
Everyone has dreams.
Every person.
I kind of don't. I just have vibes.
I have dreams.
I have dreams.
Where like, do you dream of electric sheep?
Wait, me? Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Do I? Yeah. I think so.
What do you mean
Cool.
you think so?
Well, every so often I wake up and I have a conversation with my coven.
That's weird.
You are walking through the desert. You see a turtle. The sun is hot. It's baking down on you. You flip the turtle over and leave it to die on its belly, burning in the sun. It's your birthday and someone has presented you with a present.
What the
You look to the
fuck?
left and you see it.
I forget what this. What the fuck is this reference? Why do I
running
know what
from
that
you.
is?
That was
Oh,
Blade
thank
Runner.
God.
It's the test.
Okay, noted.
Okay, yeah.
So scared. I was like, what the Lily? What thoughts
What the
are
fuck
you
is this
having?
reference? Why do I know that?
You don't dream of electric sheep, you dumb bitch.
Void conf test.
Yeah, it's so you know that whether or not you're a fucking robot,
An
whether or
android,
not
yeah.
you're allowed to kiss the chat invite, you're allowed to kiss
So you know whether or not you're
Robert
autistic.
Downey Jr. before Robert Downey Jr. on the head.
What?
Contrary to
Han
popular
Solo.
belief, Iron Man is not a robot.
No, I'm.
Oh, what the fuck? Really?
Who's
Neither.
Who's the actor who plays Han Solo?
No.
Iron.
This is so
Harrison Ford?
Yeah, he's Robert Downey Jr. before Robert Downey Jr. and now he's
He's shit-faced.
Basically. Listen, it makes sense in my head.
No, I know what you mean.
Now he's Clint Eastwood.
what I'm thinking, where he's just an old asshole. They're not even that different in age, are they? I know that Harrison Ford's younger though, right?
No, Harrison Ford is much older than Robert Downey Jr., isn't he?
No, I'm talking about Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood age.
He's like 80.
And-
He's 92 years
92
old and he's still working. And Harrison's 80 years old. People also search for their ages back to book. So this just proves my point. So Clint Eastwood was the Robert Downey Jr. before Harrison Ford, who became Robert Downey Jr. before Robert Downey Jr. And now they're both Clint Eastwood.
I hate this.
I love this.
Six, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I got spider eggs a while ago. When are those gonna like hatch?
Have you
Hopefully
have
they
you
do
been
not.
taking care of them?
Please
Um,
don't.
I would like to say that I would. Listen, guys. Free meat.
No.
No, based.
I am not eating spider meat. Especially
don't-
not baby spider.
You don't have to know it's spider meat. We're just gonna feed you shit.
Since
I can nurture them until they're adults. You know
Since,
bugs don't live that long, right?
Since these are like large spiders, you presume their incubation period probably is a bit longer than an average spider, which takes about a month. So you'll probably be holding on to these for a bit.
Fair
It's
enough.
been, you presume, from the structure of the eggs, you kind of intuit that maybe they had been incubating for a month already, so you probably only have another week to 2 weeks.
Oh, awesome. I'm so excited.
I'm back.
I'm not.
Does Bauhaus have body heat with which to warm them?
Yeah,
They don't have to be warm.
he puts them under
Also-
his shirt, he stuffs his bra with them.
Good for her. Good for her.
Good for her.
Oh, how it puts
Also-
them under every
Why does it need to be
every
warm?
member of the party with body heat every night when they don't notice.
Well, there's also Bauhound.
Bauhound would
But
do.
also there's spiders. They don't need heat.
Yeah, they don't need heat. There's fucking bugs, dude.
Yeah, they just kind of
Whatever.
stick around somewhere, and eventually they hatch.
Idea that
That's,
Bauhaus
Yeah,
that's
I
the-
just-
you really just need to put them somewhere where the eggs aren't gonna break open prematurely.
I put them in a little spot in my bag.
Yeah.
I make a little nest for them out of any scrap fabric and shit that I have.
Yeah, you could also just put them in a container and then put that container somewhere in your bag and then put some stuff on top of it so it doesn't jostle.
Yeah, I'll do that.
They just need to be relatively still.
Yeah.
Whenever you fight, you put the bag down very gently and then you crack your fucking entire body.
I do.
It makes stone breaking noises when you crack your knuckles.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know the geode noise in Stardew Valley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys all eventually
I love
sort of
that
like
noise.
wake up. Oswald sort of sits out and he begins to create a very, very small fire, enough for a coffee pot, basically.
Yeah.
As he sets out the cups,
Yeah.
which we now have reference for because our good beautiful friend Mortimer has made them into reality. Bauhaus's
I
cup
did.
is fucking huge.
I
He
made
also
them
mine is-
IRL.
His
Wait, did you?
Yeah.
Where are they?
They're in my living room.
How many of them?
You
did
have
make?
pictures.
Is there a picture you've put them anywhere?
I have not.
Have you
I
made
gotta
all of
see them.
I think you've only made like half of them, right?
I've made all of them.
Oh my god. Okay, you'll have to like walk me through all of them again.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
yeah.
After this session, I'll send you guys pictures.
Bauhaus is the one that
Okay.
I
Hell
remember
yeah.
off the top of my head, where his is like 4 cups,
It's fucking big. It's a big mug.
and
It has to go on the bottom shelf of the dishwasher because it's so goddamn heavy.
But yeah, Bauhaus is fucking huge. I remember maybe Meek or Adwoods has a little one, right?
Meeks is smaller. I tried to make them the size relative to the character because he funny.
They have coffee
Hee hee.
relative to the proportional to their body weight.
Exactly.
Wait, sorry.
Except for
What
Mika.
is
Cups.
I made all the mugs. I made everyone's mug, but IRL because I have ceramics class.
Oh my god, I want to see!
Yeah, I'll send pictures when the session is over. I was gonna have Alex take up the Adoin mug to you, but I forgot.
Oh, I also forgot.
We all
It's
forgot.
okay.
Well, guess Sarah has to come visit.
Yeah.
Damn,
I'm
how am I gonna get my ass out there?
Yeah, you should visit too. It would be good.
Come visit me in Colorado. I'll get you weed.
I would love weed.
All right. So continuing, everybody gets their morning Joe. Like basically,
Awesome.
Oswald pours them out into all the cups while you guys are sitting in a circle around the little fire, and then you guys all grab the cups at the same time. And you just reach back and you all go.
Yeah.
And
Bauhaus
since they're
lifts up his
proportional to
mask.
your size, you guys all finish them at the same time.
At the same
Really?
time. We work this out. It's our routine now.
We have this living thing down to a science.
You have a morning ritual, basically.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, and then you all stand, stretch, do your other morning rituals, and then begin to head out. Your
My
breakfast-
morning ritual is like activating all my runes and my armor and everything.
individually going through and just maybe Selena touches up her gauntlet.
Yeah,
Bauhaus brushes Bauhaus.
she has to go over it anyways, so.
I actually have 2 class feature things that I need to activate every morning, so it's good to get it out there anyway to say that I'm doing stuff.
Help you.
You know this energizing green tea that apparently has as much caffeine as coffee? Really good. It's really tasty.
Hell yeah.
Thank God, coffee that doesn't taste like fucking garbage.
Coffee is tasty and good.
Yeah,
I've-
maybe when you dump a cow in it.
Coffee's grown on me.
I drink a cup of black coffee
I don't
every
have a
single
cow,
morning.
Man.
Listen, I'm not a tragic detective who wears a faceplate or whatever the fuck.
You're
I'm
not?
gonna,
What?
I'm gonna drink tea. I'm gonna drink green tea with sugar in it.
Valid.
English
Based.
breakfast and Irish breakfast is as bitter as I'll work with.
Oh, I love English breakfast and Irish breakfast.
Yeah, they're good. Because they're
I
not.
like
But I
English
also
breakfast.
like coffee.
So, which location are you guys making your way towards? Both
The
the
Panopticon, I
Panopticon.
think.
Yeah, each is about 2 or 3 days travel. We'll see. I'm feeling like 3, maybe 2. But we'll get through this one day at a time, just like real life. So, here's the thing. Navigation down here is not as simple as it would be usually, because it's
Okay.
more of a it's less navigating and more finding a hole in the wall to push through. So, whoever feels like they might be best suited to navigating down here, I'll allow
Me.
to roll based on whatever trait they'd want to roll for that. But essentially, to progress forward, you need to either find, make, or scout for a hole in the wall in which to progress further.
Rodent should be able to find holes pretty quickly.
Am I the most narratively suited for this because I grew up in a cave system?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
True.
Definitely not me.
And
She'd also probably know how to break through the walls too.
yeah, like, let's say for example, you find like a weak wall in one of the prison cells, and you literally just kick it down and you progress to the next row. You know, because they're
do have a
double-sided basically. Like, there's a prison cell on one side, and then there's a prison cell on the other side, and if you push through from one to the other, you're in the other layer.
Yeah.
Would this be an athletics check for me then?
Yeah, I presume you'd be using it as a navigation thing though, so it would be two
Yeah.
hours, right? This navigation.
I'm pretty sure.
Guide,
Tracks for me?
yeah, guiding is 2 hours.
You can go ahead and roll for it then. Dean.
Yeah. Using rats, using rat because I'll mark this down as a bit of a duo action here. But me didn't use the hours, is what I said. Just because.
Rodent.
God damn it, yeah. Ugh, I'm still waking up. Leave me alone.
I get it.
Me
2 hours.
Rodent spots a wall with a lot of cracks in it, enough for them to even slip through to the other side. As you sort of point this out to Selena, who steps over and goes, go to the wall. And then she puts her entire fucking gauntleted fist through it.
Good.
And it collapses downwards. And you guys progress through to the other side, in which you just sort of like grab both handlebars of the prison cell on the other side and just pop it open and just step through and set it down. To your right, those who can notice it, is the prisoner who...
The what?
A body of a prisoner who, to the most astute, may notice that there is a very slight rise and fall of their chest, but they do not appear to be moving otherwise.
Let's get out of here before this guy wakes up.
I wouldn't say that they're not awake.
Just vibing.
Yeah. You intuit Bauhaus as somebody who needs to, like, know how much damage an animal has taken in order to properly hunt it. This guy's less so not awake, more so cannot move.
I see.
Oh,
I would love a coffee.
What can you pour?
Just a pour.
Does
Roman.
he have any things?
You do not think so. He's wearing very raggedy prisoner's clothes.
Wait, he's hurt?
sentient, is he?
Yeah, obviously he can't move.
He can be sentient. Paralyzed people exist.
I
Bauhaus.
never said anything about sentience. I just said he couldn't move. You're just making assumptions.
Does this look like
I
a
said he could be
living...
sentient at the same time.
Does this look like a hurt living thing or a hurt undead thing?
Bending
Yeah,
down
that's
to
what I'm
examine its
asking.
body a bit closer, lifting up its upper shirt to look at its, like, torso. You presume that this person has probably been dead for a while and is just
Okay.
animated by whatever dark forces persist in this continent.
That's
As
horrible.
you observe their lower abdomen where their stomach would be, and it's kind of literally flat with the floor, like a piece of paper.
Oh, so this thing is very much dead.
And as you do this, you can tell that it does have, like, these extremely half-lidded eyes that are looking at you, just watching you do this. It's kind of pathetic.
No.
Let's
I
just
can't
do
tell,
this.
it's just...
Go. Why are you guys like
I
picking on
can't
this
tell
guy?
if this thing is alive or dead. Like, what if
I
I
was
heal
I
it?
could say the same about you.
It's
If
dead.
it's sentient,
Well,
Guys-
how do we find that
There's
out?
nothing we can do.
Guys, I'm going to be honest. We could have this argument about literally everything we've encountered since we've gotten here.
Exactly.
It's
At a certain
completely-
point-
Yeah.
Who we do and don't help.
You are presented with a choice. He does appear to have not been eating. If you wanted, you could leave him with a ration.
I don't
Leave
wanna
him with
waste
a ration.
food on this.
If we give him
Don't
a
we
ration,
have
we'd peel him off the floor and take
temporary
him with us.
rations that are gonna expire anyway.
We only have 3 more of those left. We can eat them today.
What if I just heal him?
I don't think that's gonna
I don't
do
think
anything.
that's gonna do anything. Yeah.
I mean, it's one ration.
Do what you want. We'll just have to make up for it later.
Let's leave
Fine.
him
I'll
one.
just have to make up for it later.
Or Relic, who also wants to leave him one.
I'll
We
take some
starve
food
to
out of my
death because of
bag.
This, I'll be mad.
I'll take some food out of my bag and I'll put it
Be
down
mad,
with
that's-
him.
Relic is
From
very
every other
sympathetic to
day.
those who are hungry. Due to newfound hunger himself. And you leave one temporary ration, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just sort of like place the bowl near his face, and his body begins to like quiver a little bit in movement. Yeah. You presume
Eat
he
up.
will probably be eventually able to get to that. But he's moving very slowly.
Good for him.
Is there any way I can help him along?
You could like lift him up, I suppose, but he moves a bit like if you've ever seen that movie or read the book about the little automaton that like makes those animated films, like The Moon in the Eye, or the Spaceship in the Moon's Eye.
Yeah.
It's a bit. He moves a bit like that. Like he's propelled by gears, but it's a human body. That's just how fucked his bones are right now.
Let's just go. If
Are we supposed to leave this thing, or does it look like he'll be able to move and talk like
let's
soon?
just go.
Not soon, I'd say.
So we gotta come back here.
No, let's not come back here. Let's just go.
Listen, I'm not saying what you do or don't have to do. This is just a random encounter.
We can just go.
What the hell? Can I just carry this guy? He can just eat on my back. Let's just bring him along.
What? You're just
no,
gonna take him?
Probably don't move him.
Relic.
Here,
This
here,
guy,
here.
Food.
I'm telling you, this
Damn,
guy has
he's
something
good.
to
He'll
offer.
be fine. In a minute, he'll regain some hit points, and then let's just leave now. He'll get it automatically.
Out of game, this guy has something to offer, and I want to know. I'm
I think
bringing
it
him
might be a
along.
random roll that Six made.
That's okay.
It's also a thing of Alex the person knows. Well, no wait, Selena's a healer.
We can call.
Probably don't move him. You might make whatever is wrong here worse.
We
probably
can call
very
him
right.
Fred.
He's
Well,
His
if
Fred's
listen,
also in the Discord.
It's okay. Relic, he'll be okay. Maybe we'll run into him at another point. We should go.
It'll be fine. Let's go.
Yeah, maybe this
Let him
one
eat at
bowl
his
of
own
food
pace.
will
Hey,
give him enough strength so he
am
can
I-
get up and walk around again.
Does he look like he's in a position to be moved? DM?
Probably.
Everybody's like, Relic, no, just leave
Yeah,
him there.
I mean,
I'm not asking you guys. I'm asking the DM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make a medicine check.
Okay.
Don't make.
I Alex is great.
I don't care what any of you say. 9.
Wait. I'm on your
The
side. Don't
player
worry.
Alex thinks it's
Don't-
hilarious, but also knows.
You've seen his body, but you've you kind of recall a memory.
Mhm.
Weirdly enough, you kind of have this moment where you have to pause because you're actually not sure if it's your memory. But you try not to focus on it too hard for a moment, as you just remember seeing a creature in a very similar state of affairs back in the Phalanx that was skin and bones, basically lying flat on the ground, unable to move itself very much due to just malnutrition. And you remember picking it up, and by the time that you had brought it back to the cave, it had died in transit.
Alrighty. I'll see you later, little guy. And I will walk off. I'll leave him.
Thank God. We do not
Thank
need
God.
any more weird fucking party members.
Yeah, you guys will just pick up any stranger who happens to come by.
Humans
That's
will
why I have a lot of
pack a bond
friends
with
here.
anyone.
You know what? I was a random stranger and you guys picked me up.
Yeah. So be fucking nice to me.
Adwin high fives Relic.
Ah.
I mean, by all accounts, you are also a random stranger that we had to pick up.
That's
because
what.
you snuck
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what I
boat.
yelled.
You were a stowaway.
This is valid employment.
Technically, me and Selena are the only ones who were brought here legitimately.
I was brought here.
I was brought here legitimately.
Nah, Adwin's supposed to be here. Also
He's
Oswald.
sent away.
Also
I was
Oswald.
Theoretically
I
sent
didn't.
for.
Oswald doesn't count.
I can.
Oswald is a person.
He's one of the king's men. I mean people who were hired.
I'm more like
That
King's
was. I
son.
was hired.
There's
I
more of
was-
a direct correlation towards my presence. I guess.
I guess.
So, onwards and upwards, right? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, let's just keep
Yeah.
walking.
I do love the separation of Meek and Bauhaus are super similar, and Relic and Adwin are super similar, and then Selena's right there in the middle.
Finally, we have an alignment chart that matters. Are you a Relicite or are you a Bauhausian?
But you know,
Oh,
you set aside all differences for the love of cooking. All right, Bauhaus and I, right there.
It's
right there,
true.
baby, right there. So you can.
We gotta have that outlet, that emotional outlet.
Let's divvy up the travel time hours. So you guys have progressed further down via 2 hours spent by Selena.
Yep.
So Selena has 6 hours. Everybody else has 8. Do we want to do Selena first?
Yeah, sure. Me forgetting how long the helping to train act gonna.
Training is
Oh.
4 hours.
4.
Yeah. So I can only train once today.
Yes.
Who are you training?
I think Meek today.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. What am I training? Acrobatics or perception?
Thinks so hard.
We believe.
Perception will serve us better immediately.
Okay. And I have advantage on that because you're helping me?
Yeah.
Nat 1 on both.
God damn.
Whip!
I've never
Ow, my toes!
in all my time. So you're doing acrobatics, yes?
No, perception.
Perception.
Okay.
That's
So.
fun.
Try to use your blind sight. It's too far away. You waste 4 hours. Just kidding.
I'll put that up by 1. Meek.
Yeah.
You know what I want to do? I want everybody to take turns describing how this goes wrong for Meek. And we're gonna start with Selena.
Will I get a turn also?
Yeah, we'll do this. We'll save it for the end. Meek, how does this go badly for? Sorry, Selena. How does this go badly for Meek?
The problems really began when Selena handed over that many sharp objects at once. Next sentence.
Okay.
Oh, we're starting here. huh?
Bauhaus. How does this get worse if you are still there, Marty?
Yeah, sorry.
does this
I
get
was smoking
worse?
weed. So sharp objects. This is a perception one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're blind sight, right? Closed eyes, no seeing. Playing catch with knives.
And-
Selena's made of rocks, so it doesn't really hurt that bad, but you know.
Relic, how does this get worse?
I don't even know what they're doing. Sorry.
They're playing catch with knives.
Oh,
Well,
and
well,
who's
eyes
the two
closed.
playing catch? It's Meek and
Selena.
Selena.
And it's a critical failure. How does this get worse?
What are they trying to train for?
Perception.
Perception.
Well, you know, there's these lights above, and every time you throw, you know, those like light crystals,
Yeah.
it like blinds you. It shines off of every single time for some reason, and then you're trying to catch them and just getting all these little cuts on your hand.
It's making your throwing worse, even. And then Adwin, how does this get worse?
Sorry, I got momentarily distracted. What did Noah say?
Oh my god,
They're
we've done
getting-
this every turn.
They're getting little cuts on their hands.
How? Oh god.
Doesn't gotta be good, sir. It's just gotta be fast one.
Yeah. Meek drops one, slices big gash on hand.
Oh.
And Meek, last. How does this get worse for you?
In order to try to, like, cheat the blind sight, Meek tries to switch her vision over to rodent, and then can't switch it back for a few hours.
She switches over, immediately fucks up her hand doing so, and then now is stuck as a rat.
Shit, fuck!
You good?
No!
Ooh, sounds bad.
How many points of damage do I take?
We'll just make it a d4. Yeah, you just take 1 point of damage. It's bleeding, so you do have to wrap it.
Selena uses a lay on hands for that. That's fine.
I think Meek might just sit out her other 4 hours.
It ends with Meek having all of their fingers wrapped in bandages and their palms of their hands. Similar to like what you do after punching a tree, except all you did was get little finger cuts everywhere. Now when you grip your knife, it kind of hurts a little bit. Even though it has been healed over, it's still like residual aches.
Residual, yeah.
Because, you know, the muscles were damaged, and even sometimes when the scar comes over, like you can still feel it when you squeeze it. You know? Because I say this as somebody who's cut the fucking shit out of their thumb. So, end of that. So that's 4 hours from both Meek and Selena. You have 2 more hours left, Selena.
Oh god. Man. I'm gonna scavenge.
Alright, what are you scavenging for?
As I'm busting fucking holes and shit in the walls, I'm trying to see if I can find any raw materials inside that we can use.
Okay, what kind of check would you like to make for that?
Athletic? I'm breaking open geodes with my fists.
Yeah, huh. I'd almost lean towards investigation, but I'll give you athletics.
Hell yeah. 22!
Yeah, you crack open a wall with your fists, and you kind of like reach in and feeling the walls between, you know what I mean? And you do feel something, and you kind of like reach in and you pull it out, and as you're beginning to pull it out and you feel the length of it, you're like, oh, this is a femur.
Holy shit, guys, I found a bone!
Cool.
And you toss it to Bowhound, who catches it.
With Buffy.
Yeah, reaching through, this place is actually full of a lot of things, and you find another set of bones that, as it falls apart into your hand, you realize was probably a hand at some point, and you feel something along with the bones that's definitely not, as you kind of feel out and you find a ring.
Ooh. Do I feel any, does it have, like, gems on it? Does it have carvings on it?
Yeah, just 1 sec. So, where is it? You find a thin copper ring with wires that twist into each other. It feels like an uncomfortable bit of metal, for sure. Like, if you were to actually wear this, it would kind of dig into your finger just a bit when you move your hand.
Do I get the sense this was on that bone hand, by the way?
Yeah, this was like worn by whomever was put in the walls.
Oh, you gotta be a real bitch to get through the walls. I put the ring on.
Yeah, okay. You immediately feel like a slight magical presence tingling within the finger that wears it. Would you want to attune to this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so, the first hour you spend finding the ring, and then the second hour you attune to this ring.
Yeah.
You now have the Ring of the Lout. Now allow me to post that in your channel.
Whoa.
I love
yeah?
being loud, dude.
No. Spencer says allowed to do what?
That's fine. Spencer can.
Aww. Alright, that's funny. Does that stack?
Yeah. I
Awesome.
would say you could have multiple inspiration with this. But only from this.
Oh, I will absolutely be wearing that for a while.
I remember this one, I think, a little bit.
Alright, that's the end of your travel action?
Yep.
We'll go over to Meek, who only has 4 hours left.
What can I do with my 4 hours?
You could scavenge, you could create, you could train again.
I don't want to train again.
You could look for food.
You could hunt.
Travel actions.
Though, I will say, hunting might not be a very successful endeavor down here.
I mean, I could scout. Scout. I don't think do we need pearls right now?
When do we not, really?
Wait, what did Selena do to find the magical item? Was that an
I'm breaking
investigation
open
check?
walls.
It was a scavenge,
Scavenge.
yeah.
Okay. I think Meek wants to look for magical items. She's not very good at investigation, but she wants to.
Yeah, make an investigation check then.
Is that just 1 hour?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I take twice as long to do it with advantage?
Yeah. So that you can do it with 2 hours.
Fuck
Okay.
me, dude.
So
Rolling
step
like
over-
shit today.
you step over to a prison cell and you spot somebody on the inside, sort of clutched around something, and you kind of like bend down and take the time to pick the lock real quick, and
Yeah.
you step in and you kind of like pry the man's arms open. They're very tightly wound around this thing. As you reach in and you pull out a small figurine of a great adventurer. And on the bottom of its foot, you can see carved in are the initials LF. It's very faded, the paint on it's chipped off. It's
the
mostly
guy-
just the wood underneath that you can see.
Is the guy who I took it from conscious?
You really couldn't say.
Okay.
Everything here you can assume is probably a little dead and a little alive.
That's fine. I guess I'll just take this.
Yeah, you can mark that down as a worthless bauble.
Cool.
I love the worthless baubles personally.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I found a worthless bauble earlier that was a person. Guess you want me to bring him along?
Worthless bauble, the guy!
That's so funny.
If your name was Bauble, that'd be pretty gender.
Bob.
They call you
What's your
Bobby
name?
or
Bobble.
short.
Yeah.
And I get fuck it, nothing else has worked. I'm gonna try to take a shot at hunting.
Nice.
22.
Whoa.
Good idea, good idea.
Oh god damn it, why would it copy that?
They changed Discord stuff.
So,
That's all my time.
you're hunting with Rodin,
Yeah,
because you have to.
because I have to.
And Rodin is able to find more rats, basically. And you kind of
Holy.
like...
I knew it.
Sarah knew all along.
And you're able to suss out, like, a hobble of rats.
I knew it would
essentially.
come to this.
How many rats do I get?
4.
Hell yeah. Bauhaus, look what I got for dinner. He just holds up 4 rats by their tails.
And I'm gonna say each rat just flat on is a ration.
Wonderful.
So I'll just...
You're okay with eating these now?
Well, these ones are ones that rodent caught. That's just nature.
Well, I'm glad you're over it now.
Circle of life!
can Bauhaus take them and just like do the thing they do at pet stores where they're gonna feed a rat to a snake and just like whack them on the floor so they stop squirming around?
Yeah, sure.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I added them.
Oh. Where'd you add them? I was adding them.
Oh. My good joke got deleted from existence. Okay.
It's fine. Nobody
What
will know what it
happened?
was.
What?
I didn't see it, so
No one will ever
no
know.
one will ever know. It's for you, and for you only. But yeah, you collect 4 rats, and
I
that's the end
wanna
of your
know what I
travel
want.
actions. So now we have Bauhaus, Relic, and Adwin. Who would like to go first?
I'll go.
Relic, do you want to train again?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, Bauhaus can go first. We got our plans.
Alright.
I'm gonna like scavenge. I'm gonna look for primarily like moss and like if there are mushrooms growing down here. And I'm also going to look for like items. And then the other 4 hours I'm going to hunt with Bowhound.
Alright. Again, I'm gonna say that hunting here is not really easy, nor
Yeah, I know.
is it wholly feasible. So, yeah, just make a roll
What roll for which?
sorry, which you're doing hunting, right? And what?
4 hours hunting, 4 hours like foraging, scavenging for mushrooms and items.
Okay. So let's do scavenging first.
Okay, so survival.
Yeah,
Since I'm doing 4 hours, do I have an advantage or
Yeah.
anything?
because you're doing it. You're doing it for double the time, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're doing it twice.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah,
for
twice,
double the
both
time,
at
right?
advantage. Yeah, go for it.
Yes. An 18 and a 20.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
Lately.
So you find 7 moss, actually.
Moss!
Boss.
Green?
Moss!
Yeah, green moss.
Cool. I'm gonna add that.
Because it's raining down here, moss actually have a very thriving ecosystem, especially in the prison cells
yeah.
itself, because they're damp but not being actively rained on.
I found
Dark,
9, you said?
damp. 7. You found
7. Okay, I added them.
Alright. And now let's do the hunting.
Also survival?
Yes.
Is Bowhound helping me? Oh, I got 2 nat 20s.
Jesus
Holy
fucking
shit.
Christ.
Awesome.
Despite all that, you're really only able to find rats still. Excuse me.
Give me like
Still
a big
better.
mole.
What was that?
You should give me like a big mole.
You only find rats.
How many rats?
There's
do I
really
find?
nothing bigger than rats that could be considered game down here.
How many rats do I
But you
find?
kind of follow Meek's instructions on where she found rats prior, and you're able to collect 13 more rats.
Holy shit.
Just tie them together by the tails.
And they last the same amount of time. So yeah, just add.
Rations! Haha.
Hey.
So that would be 17.
Yep.
Awesome.
Alright. That's the end of your actions. Relic and Meek, describe, or sorry, not Meek, Edwin, describe what you're gonna do real quick. I'm gonna make myself some pizza rolls really quick because I'm fucking starving all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yeah, just get that started.
Okay, so we're gonna do our basic I give 4 hours to Relic, he gives 4 hours to me. We can start with book club.
Start
Can
book
you-
club. Move on to a little bit of basically recalling the path that we took, and we see how long we can remember like the path, taking lefts, taking rights, breaking through walls or whatever. Because we're all traveling at this time, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. That's my intelligence, and then whatever training you're doing.
I love that. What book are we reading today?
I'll pull a
You get a
random one out.
Mo,
Let me
call
see
out
it.
a random book title.
It is
Taming of the Shrew.
Nice.
that one.
Ooh, Shakespeare, because apparently Shakespeare exists here.
Only in the Phalans.
We're not in the Phalans.
Well, yeah, that's what a Relic's books. What's up?
Are you doing anything today? Or do you
Bless you.
D&D.
Alright.
Okay.
I was just thinking that sometime soon we do like a little grocery run, grab milk and shit.
Yeah.
Just like milk and shit.
If
Before we do a major run next week and we actually need to do,
I can go to the hills.
because we still have
I
like a
also have a
shitload
farm.
of cereal, we just don't have milk to drink it.
That's true.
Oh, I just had a bowl of cereal. It's good.
That's true. We're out of like not oat milk. Almond milk
Out of
now.
the regular milk.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was telling Alex.
I heard. You can tell me again
I
though.
love cooking some cereal again.
Yeah. I want that because we're out of almond milk too.
Yeah, I know. We have all the things last.
I don't know what I'm gonna eat.
Try cereal.
Oh my god.
Invite the heels and just
The heels.
yeah. Autumn.
Yeah.
And then what are we doing for hand-to-hand combat now? What's our...
I'm just gonna throw some rocks at you, and then you just gotta like punch them away.
Fuck yeah.
You gotta-
It's gonna go so badly for Adwin, but it's gonna be great.
Track them through the air, and then hit them, and then strengthening your hands and your punches and.
For
all that
sure, and
stuff.
my technique.
How are we gonna train? I'll just throw rocks at you.
I love it. Listen,
In my head, he doesn't even order.
has such interactive and comprehensive things, and we're just gonna read books, throw things at each other.
I love
It's
it.
good for you.
It's so good. Listen, she can imagine all of the rocks are her punching Bauhaus.
There you go. Yeah, you need to train to punch some other rocks. I knew.
Relic knows what he's doing.
Relic's got it.
I think everyone except Bauhaus wants Edwin to punch Bauhaus.
It's true.
Yeah.
Which is how it
So
should be.
Which is how it should be. Ugh. What do you mean, of course? That's right, it got quiet. I can hear you.
Someone got in trouble.
Uh-huh.
My dad, Sadie went, Sarah's playing D&D and Dad just went, of course. I was like, how dare.
You only play it so often.
I'm gonna roll my strength check with advantage and then go downstairs to get food. I'm
Yeah.
very hungry. Not as bad as it could have been.
Only an 11.
Alright. What is happening? Oh, book club.
Sarah's rolling her strength checks.
Book club and strength checks. That was a save. I don't know if that's what.
It's the same either way.
Same. Okay.
So, 11, huh? Okay. So, let's check the training progress chart. Selena
doing
has
my best.
Bauhaus handling under her training. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
So what's happening?
It's true. I'm excited to see what's next
So,
about that.
I'll hop you up to 12. Adwin, you actually do feel like you're getting somewhere. It's kind of a weird sensation to be like, yes, now I'm not weak. Asterisk.
Oh,
Asterisk, you're still pretty weak, but you're starting
was
to
the
you're starting to
hatred of
learn
Bauhaus.
how to leverage your body in a way that feels natural. Like you're starting to understand your own form as it is to be a physical thing that takes up space. And it's a very weird way to think of yourself because you begin to start to realize that you've really never thought of yourself as taking up space before and like physically
Dysphoria be like.
and physically embodying a space, you know?
It's true.
You're beginning to become more aware of like where you are in a room, how your body moves, and how your body enacts force onto another body. You're starting to get the mentality of somebody who might be strong, I suppose.
Edwin finally picked a gender. Violence.
And you guys get to the chapter of Oswald's book, where he
We're reading Shakespeare.
Oh, damn it!
You can read two things.
You get to the
We can read
end
two things.
of Romeo and Juliet.
we'll read a chapter of Taming of the Shrew, get a little bored of it, and read Oswald's.
Yeah.
Taming of a Shrew. God damn it! Please. Yeah.
I decided.
You guys actually cap out through it pretty quickly because it's a playwright. It's not that long, so you guys get through it pretty quickly, relatively quickly. And then you guys have a very nice, in-depth, and nuanced conversation on the themes and meaning of the narrative.
Hey, Six, what happens in Taming of the Shrew, Six?
There's a goth girl at a high school, and she falls in love with the prep, I think is how that book goes.
That's actually not too far off.
Yes,
No, you're
knows that
basically
play, right?
10 things I hate about you.
What?
Yeah, that is 10 things that I hate
That's
about you. Because it's
they're
based on
based-
Taming of the Shrew.
It is based on Taming the Shrew.
So, that's all I know about Taming of the Shrew, actually, is that 10 Things I Hate About You is based on it, because that's what my mother told me, because it's one of her favorite movies.
That's
That's
what I
funny.
like about you.
We did a
You
play
really
on
know
that
how
in
to
middle
dance.
school.
Shut up.
So I do know what happens in Taming of the Shrew.
It's just like if you know Romeo plus Juliet. It's all the same. Or
I
if you-
transferred to an English
We-
class that had
We
just
did
finished
that play as
reading.
well. I know that play.
and Nemo, I guess. So, yeah, it's a very productive evening for the both of you. Relic, you're beginning to. You've always been very smart, but you've never been literally smart or literate, so to say. Literate in the sense that you could read, but not in the sense that you could interpret and extrapolate meanings and stories from the sense of contextually, so to say. You've always been kind of the curtains are blue kind of guy in a very literal sense, but now you're starting to understand the meaning of words and the intentions of authors when they use the words that they use.
But it's really simple. I'll hear somebody say something, then I'll go, "Oh, he's mad."
Yeah, kind of. You're not like doing socio-political analysis of Shakespeare, but Shakespeare is a very good place to start because Shakespeare is very obvious about the fact that everything kind of has a bit of a meaning on why it's put there. Everything is very economic in its writing. So you don't have to worry about the nuance of what is economic writing and what is not economic, you know? You just know that everything is being written with purpose. There's not a lot of misspent words. But if we were to get into a book like, I don't know. God, fuck.
Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, fuck you. Catcher in the Rye is great. I'm not gonna dismiss Catcher in the Rye.
You would think Catcher in the Rye is great.
God damn, can we not? Yeah, I can feel us drifting towards the people who read getting fucking heated.
It's fine.
We're not
It's fine.
doing
I'm
this.
fine. I'm fine. It's fine. I was
You can
going
argue about it later.
I was going to say House of Leaves, but you know I don't. Very honest, either. House of Leaves is wasted wording is very intentional, but it does have a lot of wasted time, so to say, and
Yeah.
things that don't come back because that's kind of the vibes of the book.
Yeah.
We can. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not even gonna think about what you mean when you say that shit about Catching the Rye. I'll fucking kill you.
Stop
moving
it! We're not
moving on,
doing
moving
it!
on. Is that everything?
This is
that
the
all the
power I
action?
have.
I think so.
Alright.
There.
You guys look for a place to settle down. You actually find a place under. You find a kind of like booth that you would assume would be like a place where guards might pit stop, so to say. It's the only one of the kind that you've seen, but you might have just missed them in the other layers prior. It's kind of like a round mini palisade or panopticon sort of thing. You can't see into it at first, but it's like 2 floors basically. Opening it up, it's very obvious that it's empty from the beginning, and ascending up it, you just get into this like small round room with windows facing out, being able to see all the prison cells within this area that you can.
Wait, is this the Panopticon or
No.
a smaller one?
It's like a mini opticon.
Okay.
You presume that maybe these were tactically placed in areas that the Panopticon might have a small blind spot.
I understand. Can I like look around for shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Meek also wants to check for like trapdoors and shit.
What should I roll? Survival? Okay.
Investigation. Would be
Okay.
my guess. Would be my vibe.
How about perception?
I'll take that.
I've got a good perception.
Yeah, both of you could roll perception, unless you're helping one another.
Oh.
Let's do it competitive.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Come on, Meek, not 1.
So,
Oh god.
And I
you
will
start
say-
on the second floor, Meek starts on the first floor. You go up and
Meek
you
like
find...
Meek's her vision snaps back to herself and she's like, "Oh shit, I'm a genius now."
Wow, it's so nice being able to see freely.
So, now as you go to the second floor and you find some guard bodies, mutilated beyond the point of being able to move. If they were still alive in some sense, this goes beyond the pale of doing anything with that.
You're struck with gratefulness that Relic and Adwin aren't here to see this.
The first floor, the door was so easy to open because it had been broken into, kicked down, possibly. And this body seems very similar to some of the ones that you saw on the floor upwards.
Yes.
Panning through it, you find some logs, a diary written in a language you've never seen before, and 3 or 4 generics.
I take the generics. Does anyone know how to read this shit?
You could
Let
ask
me see.
Adwin's book friend.
Here, and I toss the book at her.
Ah!
Underhand or overhand, very important.
Overhand.
Awesome.
I think Adwin fails to catch it and it smacks her in the face.
I rolled to hit.
She ducks.
I actually don't know what languages I speak.
Alwyn's unconscious for 2 hours. I'm kidding. So, yeah, the bonk, it bonks you across the head, across the brow, and you catch it. And 2 sensations come across you. Anger at Bauhaus, and then intrigue when you notice the language that the book's written in.
What is that?
You don't fucking know.
Yeah. Oh, would you?
It's not even written in letters you recognize or characters you're familiar with.
Huh.
Okay.
I can't read this, guys.
Well,
Me
pass it
neither.
around.
Can anyone read this? I pass it around.
I don't know what languages I speak.
Ugh.
For some reason, it's not written down anywhere.
With an intelligence of -2, I can't read it. Probably.
What does Selena do when the book is passed to her?
She takes it, goes, and then passes it to the next person.
Not a single one of you.
In her head, she goes, kind of heavy.
Not a single one of us can read it.
Whatever.
I'll
it's probably
ask,
not important anyways.
I'll ask the author about it.
Okay, we'll do that right after me. Meek, you are running your fingers along the floor, and you begin to notice engraved into the ground is a very perfect square in the center of the room, but also several runes surrounding it.
Can I make like an insight check to assume whether or not those are like a trap?
I'd say Arcana.
Arcana? I've got a proficiency in that. 8.
You think not, because if it was, you think it might have already activated by now.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to jimmy it open. 13 on the thieves' tools.
Yeah, you are running your tools along this square to try and get some footing, and it's not going in. It's indented in to create a square, but you're starting to realize that the actual stone is flush and or literally just attached to the other stone. There's not a gap that your tools can fit into.
Oswald!
Yes?
Let me take a look at this.
Oh.
Seems like your jam.
He kind of runs his fingers along the runes. This is... It's an odd way of writing it out, but I do believe this is a type of stone-shaped spell. It's activated by the presence of a key, it appears. It's a sort of warding, it appears. You see, each rune is imagine if you read a book, and if you meet certain requirements, the book does different things. This is sort of how it's written. If in the presence of the key, it activates this rune right here as he taps one on the far right end. And if not in the presence of the key, it does not. Very simple, but very cleverly written. It has a lot of presuppositions. This rune right here means fire. So you have the if rune and then the then rune.
Oh fuck off, I was just gonna make a joke that it's coding.
And there's
It pretty much is.
And there's essentially
just like
2
Minecraft
if situations. Actually 3. If there is no key, if there is a key, and if there's a second key. The first key casts stone mold. The third key appears to cast some sort of fire spell. And not having the key at all causes nothing to happen. It automatically reseals itself after a period of time that I'm not quite sure about, but that's about all I can
Do you know what this key would look like?
I'm afraid not. Perhaps a stone arcana of sorts. Maybe it'd have a rune on it that indicate it. But
Meek's gonna spend the rest of her evening, like, searching through drawers looking for that.
okay.
What are you looking for?
Key, ask Oswald.
I don't think I will.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Oswald's setting up camp.
I'm gonna hang out with. Is Bowhound big enough? Can Bowhound come inside?
Yeah, he can slip through the door, but the stairs are a little tight for him. So he's on the
Yeah.
first floor.
I'm gonna go down to the first floor, and I'm gonna. Well, actually, wait. For a bit, I'm gonna stay up on the first floor for a while, or the top floor, the second floor, yes. And I'm gonna look out for that shiny flying thing that Meek saw, like from the
You're not
high
quite
vantage
high
point.
enough to really see the Panopticon that well.
No. The thing that was flying from it, not the Panopticon.
Yeah, you don't spot anything of that sort.
Okay. I'm gonna go back downstairs and hang out with my dog then.
And going
Adwin's gonna
over-
shout real loudly, I'm going to read my
Yeah,
book,
no,
and then read.
I'm literally getting to you.
No, for flavor text, because we talked about communicating this.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
At which point, Selena walks over and just kind of scoops her up.
Bridal style.
Yeah. Comfortably.
Of course.
Alright, you... Oh. Hello.
Hello.
He, like,
How are
slams
you?
a little book shut.
Oh.
Quite alright, thank you for asking.
We have this book none of us can read. Do you know what language it is?
Oh. That's written in the Kelite language.
The what?
The Kelite language, Tamar.
Is that a common language here?
Well, no, not really. Ever since the Kelites were... What's what I'm looking for? Integrated into the Empire. The language fell out of fashion. I'm surprised anybody writes in it still. I know a little bit of Tobacco.
Can you see if you can translate any of this?
And he kind of like shakes the book in his hand and flips it open as you recognize that it's sort of like, you know when you shake an 8-ball and everything rotates around till it pops up to the surface to reveal what it says? It kind of does a similar thing as it turns into the book that you're holding, or the book you had been holding, as he kind of like flips it open and then starts to like thumb through it. I believe this is, roughly speaking, a very boring diary. I didn't know that any of the guardsmen of the prison were Kelite. Interesting. Well, if you're ever in the Diamond Plains, such a book might be of use to you.
Well, you know, you never know, apparently. Does it have anything important, though, that you can read right now, or is this more of a wait until we need it thing?
I really don't see if there's anything interesting here. I mean, it depends on what you'd want to use it for, I suppose.
Not
See,
here.
some of these words, start, stop, I recognize. I could mark them down in the book for you. They'd be important when working with a Kelite automaton. They do use limited T-mark in order to as command words.
That would be appreciated.
Yes, well.
Do you know the name of the person who wrote this? Is it in there?
Yeah. Seems to be one. Lucius.
Lucius.
Lucien.
Lucio!
Wait, Are you still playing that other campaign?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're so close to killing everything.
Nice.
Are you playing Murder Hobos?
No. I'm playing a free.
Ah,
Alright.
but of course.
And as you guys set up for the night, let's do rations.
Wait, does this information that gets found up from the book get relayed to everybody?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
as much.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm actually, I have stuff to do in the Diamond Plains.
What?
You do?
Yeah, those automatons. I was sent here to study them.
Oh, so that's what you're here to do?
Yeah, I explained that like day one, but that was it.
Oh.
That was
Yeah,
a long
that's
time
it.
ago.
The whole thing.
That was a while ago.
Well, Selena, I died in the middle. Maybe that's why I don't remember.
Oh God!
I think you just have
You
brain
got
erosion.
killed? Someone killed you? Oh, rough.
The
Big
brain
talk for
erosion.
somebody who barely avoided getting killed.
Yeah,
You-
that's what I'm referencing, Meek.
Do you think I could hold on to that book? I'd love to study that language. It may come in handy one day to know it.
The start and stops were marked down.
Yeah. And
Thank
like
you.
a purple, it's like, you know how certain pens have like glitter in them?
Yeah.
He basically used like a purple glitter pen to mark it.
Good for him.
We knew.
Awesome.
And as things wind down for the night, is there anything you guys would like to do before everybody goes to bed? I've already removed 2 temporary rations and 4 regular rations. Are you going to be using the fire for rats, or are you going to be using the fire to make more water? Because I will say you're down to 3 liters.
We don't need to use the fire to make water.
Oh, right, you have the bucket.
Yeah,
How many
bucket.
black pearls would you like to transfer into water? Are you just going to do them all?
We can't
Fill
do
up the
it.
water.
We're 23.
Cap out, I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good idea if we made as much water as we can carry. I'm also gonna barbecue some rats.
Alright.
Yeah, sure, why not?
At most, you can barbecue like 4 rats at a time, basically.
How many temporary rations do we have? 2?
You had 2, which you
So-
consume for today because they expire today, so you have to.
Yes. What if we did that and the rest we used rations?
Rations.
Yeah. You don't even, roll to make those. You're making 4,
Yeah.
so roll to cook.
Cooking. Oh. I rolled a nat 1.
It's so fucking rough out here.
I burn the shit out of these rats. They just straight up catch on fire for a second, and Bauhaus like puts it out, and hopes that nobody notices.
Meek like covers Rodent's eyes.
Relic
We all
sniffs
noticed.
and notices it, but just doesn't say anything just for Bauhaus' sake.
Passes.
Adwin screams. What
is
the
your
fuck?
idea?
Ah, what happened? What happened? What happened?
What? Are you afraid of a fire? It was burning this whole time. Why are you so scared all of the sudden?
I
Anyways,
saw the
take
sun
your food.
flash, dude.
Do you want to eat or not?
Do I want to eat that? Not really.
Damn.
Is anybody
Well-
gonna bite into it?
Starve then.
Maybe I will.
I'll eat it.
Maybe you will.
It's okay, I can eat those ones.
We're all eating them. They're fine.
They're not fine.
I take a bite.
Okay.
They're
so,
black.
It's charcoal.
I was about to say, yeah, you take a bite and it's all dust in your mouth. You could handle poisoned rations, rotten rations, but you feel like even if you were to eat this thing whole, all of this dust, wash it down with some water maybe, you would not at all be full by the end of it.
I would not get sustenance from it.
No.
Okay.
Good job, Bauhaus. You wasted some rats.
They're still fine. If you won't eat them, I will.
I want to watch you eat them one by one.
Okay.
What I do? Hold on. You're gonna make me roll for it, but I'll wait. What I do is I take all of them, and I've picked up all of them. I'm like, oh my god, they're so good. And I'm gonna try to wolf these down so no one has to eat them. Because I know Bauhaus is gonna be a dick about it.
So
Yeah,
you
Bauhaus
basically-
is gonna
so
try to
you're-
keep them to himself.
You're basically doing the cinnamon challenge right now.
Yeah.
So make a
It's-
constitution check, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Normal 20.
So you put all of these in your mouth as your throat fills with dust, and as you try to swallow it, it goes down into your lungs. Just
Oh,
floats down
no.
into it, and like you go, and like rat dust shoots out of your mouth, but you take.
It's so good!
You very quickly grab a ball of water. You just
Jesus
I'm
Christ,
drinking.
Val.
delicious.
You disgust me.
If we have wine left. Hold
Yeah,
on.
wine.
don't.
You'll
Oh,
no,
do
we
we?
got like 7 liters of wine.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
There was
I
a
drink.
lot of
I drink
wine.
between every one of them just because I think it'll help with the thickness of it.
So you're basically drinking like charcoal fluid.
Yeah, it's not good.
Ugh.
Later on, I'm gonna cough with a lighter in front of my mouth and breathe fire. Ah, is this what black lung is? Did I
Yeah.
get black lung?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. So,
So,
yeah, I
everybody
wolf them
else-
down so nobody else has to eat them, and
Do
then
you-
snoop a ration later.
Yeah, so everybody has a ration from the ration pile, except for Relic, who just has temporary rations. So that puts us down to 11 rations.
Meek is gonna give Selena a purple moss from her own inventory.
Oh.
And I'm
And then
gonna
there's, like,
say, as things wind down, we'll pick this back up 2 weeks from now,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
because I do have to get ready for work,
I have to get ready for work.
and I have to get ready for work.
Look at y'all
So-
drinking and stuff.
Gamers, I'm gonna give everybody. What level is the highest level? Level 5?
I'm
Level
level
Yeah. Well, level 6.
Yeah.
I'm at level 6.
I
So
need
am
like
I.
No, I'm not. We're not at
then
level
everybody
6.
I
will-
know. I'm doing a bit.
Everybody will get a flat little EXP for today's session of 600.
I need
Oh.
I need 730 experience to hit level 6.
What?
Yahoo!
What?
That's very
How
doable.
about we all get 700?
Can I make a roll to try to steal the gauntlet, and if I get there, you just give me level 6?
No. Next session.
Next session.
Damn
you get
it.
600. You have 130 EXP to climb through.
Okay. I want level 6. I'm so close.
So
believe in you.
tantalizing, isn't it?
Your mouth is dripping.
That's like the point I've been trying to get to. Because that's when I get the last of my spells.
Oh hell,
Awesome.
fucking yes.
Spells time.
Nice.
But yeah, just a chill session.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Good
It's
to
a
get
good
back in.
time.
I wanna, Sarah. Do you have an idea for your character for next week? I want to hear.
Sorry?
Do you have a character for next week?
We'll see you all again on
No.
the next episode of The Dark Continent.